I'm currently in the process of testing out the advanced maps on easy difficulty. While the advanced maps are, or at least some of them are noticeably more difficult than the intermediate maps, due to a noticeable increase in special gimmicks regarding them, such as the geared map, which consists of gears that rotate at the start of each round. Or maybe it's more accurate to say at the end of each round. I think that may be more accurate. Which results in your defense not being consistent. Your towers move about. And the track is only wrapped around half the gear, so in some rounds your towers will be able to attack. Some of them. And others, your towers won't be able to attack. Or they'll just barely reach before either, depending on what round you're on in the sequence, becoming unable to attack at all, or their range improving before the next round. It took quite a while for me to realize that this main hall upgrade has to be researched. The research upgrade I probably need is right all the way back there. Before I have any chance of getting that one, I'm going to need to get pretty good at producing granite and copper. And that's going to require getting this for starters. And then this so I can store granite and copper in the first place. But this will allow me to place the dwarven settlement stuff in the first place. This might be a good spot to put the dwarven settlement. Though for all intents purposes, I have to wait for the dwarven settlement buildings to start appearing. In regards to the 99th Dan Hamming, I'm currently in the process of trying to extend a background I had already created for an earlier scene so that I can complete the current scene. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Tabasco habanero sauce. I guess it ended up getting mixed in the ketchup anyway. To a point, at least. What inspired me to start playing the advanced maps was that I ended up going on another 200 round game on an intermediate map. I didn't expect to do that, the firing range. And that's because on that map restricts you generally to the bottom half. So you generally can't place towers on to where most of the track is. Oddly enough, though, I managed to make it to 200 rounds on that map. Making it the second time I did so total. I was intending that game to be the last game of yesterday, but instead it ended up being the first game of today. And I fell asleep while lying down on the bed in the spare room, trying to finish that game. I ended up finishing it in the morning around, I would say, 10 in the morning. Excuse me. I think around 11-ish, I had a cup of coffee my dad made for me. That was again left in the fridge. And I think around noon or 1 p.m.-ish, I had the 3 sandwiches my dad made for me in the morning. Those cold-cut sandwiches with mayo. And somewhat hard bread, but with air holes in them. Yeah, but they were good sandwiches. And then around 4... I decided to microwave some 1 can of loaded potato soup. But as I was putting the loaded potato soup into a plastic bowl, Dad got home at around 4:15 p.m., which is pretty early for him. That's earlier than most days. It's usually somewhere between 5 and 7 p.m. And because of that, that soup and those sour cream and cheddar Lay's chips ended up being in separate bowls, but Dad got the idea to put some cheddar cheese into the loaded potato soup, so that was quite enjoyable. As for what time it is now, I think it's around 7. It's 6:52 p.m. So it's pretty close. You did a good job on the Italian sausage.
How's that hot sauce?
It's good.
Not hot?
Well, yes, I can sense the spiciness of it.
It's a lot hotter than all the other ones, right? And Tyler, that's only a jalapeno. Or a habanero. So you got jalapenos, habaneros, and then way up here is the ghost pepper. So I got to be around when you try that ghost pepper sauce, or the popcorn, or the beef jerky that Mom got for you.
All right.
That's going to be insane. That's like 80 times hotter what you're having right now, if not more. All right, well, there's more once you want it.
Okay. You have more pasta and sausage? It's generally not a good idea to drink water while you're having something spicy, but it's the only beverage I got with me right now. A little earlier, still in the spare room, I had this, again, that Arizona herbal energy drink beverage that Dad often gets at work. He's a mailman, and there's this store or convenience store that sells them. And it's on his route. Today featured my first successes in getting games to work with the Supernova extension on Congregate. Excuse me. I didn't do anything different. It's just that I tried to load it up today, and it worked. And today featured my first time earning a badge on Congregate since the end of life of Flash on the 12th of January. Although I did that using a game I figured was recent enough that it wasn't made with Flash, known as the economical puzzle game. I got the easy badge for it, in which you save up at least 10,000 coins total across all of your playthroughs of the levels. It's a platformer slash puzzle game where you can place blocks, but each block costs you 50 coins, so you're supposed to get to the treasure while ideally collecting all of the coins and using as few blocks as possible. I just finished my last game in Blues Tower Defense 6 after completing the easy difficulty on the advanced map off the coast. I made it to round 95 before being defeated by the swarm of 30 dark dirigible titans. They always send after you. Thanks.
My mouth is on fire, Ty. Oh, that's going to be insane. You're doing California or Carolina Reaper. Oh, you're going to try that?
Yeah.
Oof.
They always send after you on round 95. I spent today and at least part of yesterday going after that Bucky Knowledge research upgrade on the magic branch, where you start each game with a magic shield that'll absorb 25 red balloon equivalent for you for free, and it'll slowly restore itself even if fully depleted, as long as no balloons leak in subsequent rounds. Pretty slowly. I think it restores itself by 5 once you've gone 2 rounds without any balloons leaking. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it takes 6 rounds for the shield to fully recover. 6 rounds of no balloons leaking. For the shield to fully recover if it's fully depleted. Like what happened when I leaked all those camels on round Somewhere in the mid-30s, 33, 34, somewhere along those lines. It was some yellow camo balloons followed by a steady stream of red camo balloons. Oh yeah, and apparently I read this over our news post today saying that there's going to be a new Fellowship Adventures, which has made me have thoughts of whether I should decide to either stick with my current fellowship or try to move in to a better one. I've definitely contemplated this decision before. And I'll have to contemplate it again in the coming days.